Hey everyone, how's it going? Bunny Llama here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to homebrew your Wii in 2024. Even after over 15 years since the Wii has been out, lots of people have been trying to get their hands on it, not only because of the nostalgia it brings, but on all the mods we're able to put on it that can open the Wii to its maximum potential. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do that. Now, a couple notes before we get into the tutorial is this video is about downloading the Homebrew channel to your Wii and adding some brick wall protection so any future mods we put on it will work properly, and finally putting a cIOS installer on here so we'll have the ability to play games on a USB drive or an SD card. Now, with all that being said, we also need a few things before we start this tutorial. We need an original Wii, a computer, whether it's a PC or a Mac, it doesn't matter, and a SD card or a USB drive. In this tutorial, I'm going to be using an SD card, the SanDisk 64 gigabyte. If you're not using this one, I would recommend looking at the compatibility lists for SD card and USB drive that I put in the description below. That will tell you which ones work and which ones don't. I highly recommend you look at that if you're not using the SD card I'm using, because if you're using one that doesn't work, this tutorial will not work for you. So make sure you're using the right SD card or USB drive. Now, with all that being said, we can finally get into the tutorial. Now, the first step to this tutorial will actually be on the Wii itself, because there's a couple things that we need to double check and look at before we can download all the programs for it on the computer. Now, what we need to do is we need to go to the Wii Settings. And once we are here, we got to make sure that we are on version 4. I can't speak. Version 4.3, or this tutorial won't work. If you are not on version 4.3, you need to update. So to do that, we need to go through these pages, and you need to go to Wii System Update, and it will give you the option to update. Now, I already have this updated, so I'm not going to click this. And also, you do need to be connected to the internet to launch a system update. But this is probably the only time where we'll need internet for this tutorial. And if you already have the update, then you shouldn't need internet at all for this tutorial. So I'm gonna click no. And then something else we need to check is we need to make sure we're on the current date and time, because if we're not, the LetterBomb hack that we're going to be using is not going to work. So we need to double check that. So we need to go to calendar, we need to go to date, make sure it's at the correct date. It is there. Then we're going to go make sure we have the correct time. It is there. And then once we double check that, there's one more thing we need to do, and that is to check our Wii address. Which, to do that, we need to go through the pages again and go to internet, console information, and then this will show you your Wii address. I have mine blocked because this is showing my personal Wii address, but if you followed my instructions, you should be seeing your Wii address right now. So either write this down on a piece of paper or take a picture of it, because we're going to need this later. And then once you did that, we are all done on the Wii, so now we can hop on to our computer. Alright, now that we're on our computer, we're going to be downloading our programs. Now, I'm going to be doing this on Mac, but everything that I'm going to be doing, it should work the same on PC, and if it's not, I will tell you both ways how to do it. Now, before we download the programs, there's a couple things that we need to check. Now, the first thing that we need to check is we need to make sure our SD card is formatted to FAT32. If our card is not formatted to FAT32 or USB drive, this will not work. So to check this on Mac, we need to open disk utility. I already have it down in my hotbar, but if you don't have it on your hotbar, you just want to go to your launchpad here. Go into search bar, search it up, or it's in my other folder right here. And then once you have it up, click your SD card that you're using, and then you're gonna want to click erase. This will erase everything on the SD card, so I recommend whatever SD card or USB drive you're using is dedicated just for modding the Wii. And if you had any stuff on it before, I would take it off before you do this. But once you select erase, you're going to want to go to format. As you see, we are not FAT32, so we need to format this to FAT32. As you see, we don't see it on here, but it's actually this one right here, MS-DOS FAT. That's just what Mac has it named on here, but this is FAT32 format. So we're gonna click erase, and boom, all done. And then how to do this on PC is actually much easier. You just want to click on your files, go to your USB or SD card, and right click, and then you're going to want to go to format, and then you're just going to want to change it to FAT32. Okay, now that we have this formatted, we can close this, and then now we can start downloading our programs. So we're going to want to open our home browser, and you're going to want to go to the Google Drive link that I put in the description below, and this has all the downloads we're going to need for this tutorial. So this is our LetterBomb, which is going to be our main hack, Piiloader, which is going to be our one of our brick wall protections, and then our cIOS installer, and our NUS downloader. NUS downloader goes with the cIOS installer. So you're gonna want to highlight these, right click, and download. I already have them downloaded, so I'm not gonna download them. And then while those are downloading for you, we're gonna want to open this. This will take us to a Google document called the pleasehackmii.com, and it should take you okay, let me try it again. Okay, there it goes. Alright, it's gonna take you to this site. Now once you're at this site, you're gonna want to go to system menu version. Now for me, I'm on the USA region, so I'm gonna pick 4.3U. It should have told you when we were looking at our versions in our system update. So pick the one that is right for you, but I'm USA, so I'm doing 4.3U. And then here, you're gonna want to put in your MAC address that we looked at before. So when we put that in real fast. Alright, so once you have that in, you gotta make sure you have bundled the Hackmii installer for me checked off. That's another brick wall protection that we're gonna need. And then it's gonna give you the option to whether cut the red wire or cut the blue wire. It doesn't matter which one you pick. I'm gonna cut the red wire. Wow. And it's gonna download. Okay, once that's downloaded, we are all done here, so we can just exit out of this. And then now we can open our downloads. Now, if you downloaded all three programs from the Google Drive by highlighting them and downloading them, it's gonna putting them in this drive. And then we also have LetterBomb. It says LetterBomb 2 for me because I already have it downloaded. So, but it should just say LetterBomb for you. Alright, so now that we have the files here, Now I'm just gonna create another folder. We're gonna go to our SD card. Make this a little bigger for you guys to see better. Alright, now that we got this, now it's just gonna be a lot of drag and drop. So first we're gonna go to our LetterBomb, and we're gonna drag the private folder to the root of the SD, and the boot.l file to the SD. The rest of the files you don't need to put on the root of the SD or USB drive, because these are just text files, but I do recommend reading them because it just tells you about the program. But once you got those in, we're done with the LetterBomb, and now we go to the Google Drive, downloaded file. Let's do Piiloader first because it's got the apps folder. We'll drag the apps folder to the root of the SD card. License folder, the license doc here is just a text file, so we don't need to put it on the root of the SD card. And now that we have an apps folder, I can just take the cIOS installer folder and just drag it straight into my apps folder. And now that's done, we can go to our NES downloader WADs, and all of these we're just gonna put on the root, just on the root of the SD card. Now what these are is the WADs for the codes that we're gonna put in cIOS installer, which this is also very helpful if you don't have any internet, because with these WADs you won't need internet to put the codes in. But even though I have internet, I'm still gonna do it because just extra precaution, just to make sure we put in the right codes. And if you're watching this in the future and the codes changed, I will update these WAD files, so you will always have the updated files. So even if they are different in this video, I will make sure in the file drive link, I will make sure all the files for everything is always updated, so it's always gonna work. And then once you have all these WAD files, boot.f, go to apps. And I just want to make sure we have the same files here, so let's go to 2DX. Make sure we have all the same files here. Go to 2DX v11 beta 1. Make sure we have the same files. Then go to Piiloader. Make sure we have the same files. Just making sure we have the same stuff here. And then once all the files are good and everything, we are officially done on the computer. So now we can take our SD card or a USB drive out, and we can put it in the Wii, and we can finish our process on the Wii. Now actually, before we get on the Wii, I'd like to say when you're putting in, if you have a USB drive, I just like to say when you're putting it in, make sure you have it on this port right here, the one that's right above the power cords. You gotta plug it into that specific slot, or it will not work. I don't know why it's like that, but that's just how it is. So make sure you have it in that slot for the Wii to read the programs. Me, I have an SD card, so I just put it in the SD slot in the front. Alright, and now we can get on the Wii. Alright, now that we're back on the Wii, what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to go down to the Wii message board down here, and you should see your LetterBomb thing here. If you don't see it, then try going a day behind or a day ahead. I saw mine a day before. If you still don't see yours, try going down to this calendar icon down here, and this will tell you the days you have mail. But I found mine already, so all I'm gonna do is click on this. Oh, that is mail when I play Mario Kart. I want the other one. Okay. And then now, as soon as I click it, it's automatically gonna start jailbreaking this for me, and it's pretty quick because now it's done. But it won't let us continue because it wants us to read this passage right here. So I will come back once we're able to continue. Okay, now we see press 1 to continue. That should only took like 25-30 seconds, so we want to press 1 to continue. It's going to take us here. So if you see above, it's going to say the Homebrew channel and Bootme. Bootme is going to be another wall of protection for us. And the Homebrew channel is going to be where we can download all the mods, new mods and stuff that we want for the Wii in the future. Now for me, it only says can only install the iOS installer, only because I have a Wii that was made after 2008. If you have a Wii that was made before 2008, you'd be able to install the Boot 2 wall, which is just another level of protection. For people that are in my boat, you are still, don't panic, you are still good. And it's actually the iOS is still pretty useful because it will give us the ability to access it in the Homebrew channel, and that way we can do our Nand dump, which is like a good fail-safe. Like if we were to do like an unsafe mod on accident and it breaks our Wii, we can use the Nand dump to restore our Wii for us. So if I want to hit continue here, we want to install the Homebrew channel. Yes. Alright, continue. And then after that, we're going to want to go to Bootme. Install Bootme as iOS, because that's the only thing we can do. If you have a Wii older than 2008, then I would install both. Install Bootme as Boot 2 as well. It's just saying it requires an SD card. Continue, and it's going to do its thing. It's pretty fast. Success. Okay, we are all good. We have everything downloaded. So now we just have to go back to main menu. Go to exit. And this should take us to the Homebrew channel. Now that we're in the Homebrew channel, you should see the programs that we installed. So we have the D2X cIOS installer and Piiloader. First, we have to finish our wall protection. So we're going to go into Piiloader. Have it load. Okay, now that it's loaded and we're in, it's going to tell us on the bottom, press plus to install or update Piiloader. We're going to press the plus. Going to give it some time. And once it's done, press A. And now we are we're done with that part. We downloaded it. And now we need to configure the settings in Piiloader, and that involves turning off the Wii completely. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, once you have your Wii totally turned off, I just unplugged the power cord and plugged it back in, and now the Wii's totally turned off. Now to go through the Piiloader configuration settings, what we have to do is we have to hold the reset button, and while we're doing this, we have to turn on the console and keep holding it until you see the settings. I know it's kind of a weird position. Alright, and then you should see you're in the configuration settings. Now once we are in here, we're going to want to go to System Menu Hacks. And then once you're in here, you're going to see tons of options. The ones that you're going to want to enable are block disk updates, block online updates, and region-free everything. I already have this enabled because I already had this installed before. But these are the specific things you need to have enabled. And I also recommend going through all of these because there's actually a lot of interesting stuff you can mess with. But these are just the settings you need specifically for this tutorial. So I don't think we need anything else. Save settings. Now that we have done that, we are all done here, so we can go back to the Homebrew channel. Now that we are back on Homebrew, now we're going to start our Nand dump. Which, to do that, we got to press the home button and launch Bootme. Now, like I said before, the Nand dump is very important because if we were to do something that broke our Wii, we can use the Nand dump to restore the Wii. So this, I would advise not to skip the step. Now, as you can notice, we can't get our Wiimote to work. So actually, for some reason, we have to control Bootme through our Wii console. So on our Wii console, if you press the power button, that will be our selector. And if you press the reset, that will be our selection on which one we're on. So what we do now is we're going to go all the way to the settings, the gear settings. We're going to select, and then we're going to want to hit reset again on the Wii console. And then this is loading our Nand dump. Now, as you can see on the bright side, you can see process block and bad block. You're going to get a couple bad blocks throughout this entire download. So if you see a couple bad blocks, don't panic. That's just normal. And this takes about 10-15 minutes. So I will be back when it's done. Alright, we are back, and the backup was a success, and it even verified it for us, which was pretty nice. Now it says to hit any button to exit. Our Wii remote still doesn't work, so we need to press a button on our Wii console. And now that we did that, we're back to the Bootme menu. Now we're just going to want to select our power button to select, and we're going to go to this arrow here. And then we're going to want to go to the Homebrew channel because there's still things we need to do in there. Alright, once we're in the Homebrew channel again, you can see our remote works again. And we are almost done. The last thing we need to do now is go into our cIOS installer and put in our codes. Now once we're in cIOS installer, you're just going to press any button to continue. It's going to put us in this section, and then this is where we're going to put our codes. So the first code that we're going to do is on the top one. We're going to want to go to D2X V11 beta 1, and then we're going to go to 38, 248, and then the bottom one we're going to do 65535. Going to press A again, and it will download. This takes a minute, so I will be back when it's done. Alright, and once this downloaded, we need to do this a few more times. So we're going to want to press this again, and then this time we're going to go to the second one and go to 56, and then go to the second to last one and go to 49. The first and the last one can stay the same. Press A again. Alright, and once that's done, we gotta do this 2 more times. So press it again, and then this time we can leave the first and last one the same again. So the second one we're gonna change to 57, and the second to last one we're gonna change to 250. Press A again. Have that download. Alright, we got one more to install. Go to the second one, and this time it's gonna be 58, and go to the second to last one and change it to 51. Press it again and let it download. Okay, and then once that's was done downloading, we are all done here, so we can press B to exit. And once we are back in the Homebrew channel, we are all done on the Wii. And now there's actually one more quick thing we have to do back on the computer, and then we're done. Alright, once we're back on the computer, just something quick that we have to do, then we're all done. You can notice every time you reset your Wii now, it's going to take you back to Bootme. So to change this is very easy. So all you got to do is go to this Bootme file, go to rename, and then we can change it to pretty much anything, but just so I know which file it is, I'm just going to do bootme-extra. And then once that's all done, I would copy these keys.bin and Nand.bin and put it on your computer just in case. And once that's done downloading, you are officially done. Your Wii is officially homebrewed, and you have all the wall protection to put all the mods that you want on your Wii, and they will work perfectly. And you also have the cIOS installer on as well, so you're able to have the opportunity to play games from a USB or SD card. And now you are ready to start your journey as a Wii modder. Now, if you're wondering what you should do next, I'm going to be posting more tutorials on how to do other fun stuff like play emulators, or what programs to play games from your USB or SD card. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, that will do it for this video, guys. I appreciate you so much, and we'll see you on the next one. I hope this video helped you a lot. We'll see you next time.